Hello friends, welcome back to Yoga with Alex to Zodiac sequence. Today we're going to do a little bit of a Gemini practice. So just sit down on the back of your heels, roll your shoulders back, bring your chin slightly to your chest and close your eyes. Start focusing on your breath. Keep your knees next to each other, lay down your palms on the top of your thighs. Really work on monitoring your spine, growing above the top of your head. Open up your chest, make sure that your lower back won't collapse. And whenever you're ready, we're just gonna sit on the big toes. So just really tuck your toes under and sit on the back of your heels. So you're gonna get a little bit more stretch on the top of your thighs. Inhale, let's reach up your palms and bring your palms in front of your heart. Concentrate, breathe through this. And focus on any sensations across your body. Inhale, reach your palms up. Exhale, slowly rise up on your knees. Make sure they're hip width apart. And then bring your palms on your lower back. We're going to go into camel pose. So take your chest up as much as you can. Push your hips forward. Make sure that your lower back won't collapse. This is a lot about core work. So make sure you keep rising up. Relax your neck completely. Don't close your eyes. Look behind you. Inhale, bring yourself back up and sit back down on your heels. This might feel a little bit more intense. If you feel dizzy, that's absolutely fine. Just take a moment in here. Then slowly bring yourself back into cat-cow position, straight into our puppy pose to compensate for the backward bend. So we're starting quite intense, so make sure that you breathe through every single position with the purpose, with attention to your body. Keep your hips up, keep your elbows up in the air, and your nose and your forehead are touching the mat. Slowly bring yourself back into cat-cow position, and then from here, slowly let's arch gently your spine. Tag that tail under. We're going to match the breath to the movement. So inhale, look up, nice and long neck. Exhale, double, triple chin. Look into your belly button. Inhale, look up, press into the mat. Protect your lower back. Exhale, tack it under. And keep breathing in and breathing out. So really try to create this lovely, beautiful kind of a wave with your body. Tuck your toes under and let's bring it into our first downward facing dog. So give me a little bit of a cha-cha, bend your knees. Warm up your hips and press yourself away from the mat. Keep your heels down on the mat and bend your knees as much as you need to. Slowly, let's take that right knee towards your chest. Squeeze it through as much as you can through your plank and then step to the outside to your left with your right leg as much as you can. And we're going to twist and rotate to half plank triangle position. So look up, take that left arm up towards the ceiling, keep pushing up, keep pushing those hips up and your arm. Let's bring it back to the center, step back. Let's take those knees down on the mat, half Chaturanga Dandasana, and let's go into our Cobra. Elbows close to your body, open up the chest and tuck yourself back to your child's pose with an exhale. Breathe it through. Monitor how your spine behaves, how does it feel? Any sensations in your body that need that extra breath. Slowly roll yourself back up. And let's come back into our standing position on our knees. Bring your palms on your lower back. And inhale. And exhale. Don't hold your breath. Keep rising up with that chest up towards the ceiling. Slowly bring yourself back to neutral position and slowly sit down on the back of your heels. Whenever you're ready, tuck yourself back into that puppy pose. Take that chest down, keep those hips up. Actively press your palms, every single fingertip towards the mat and pull your shoulders away from the back, from your ears as much as you can. Breathe into your abdominals. Really don't let that lower back hang loose in there. Bring yourself back to your cat-cow position. And then from here, we're just gonna warm up the spine from just side to side. Warm up the hips. So do any movement that is unnecessary to kind of really awaken every single vertebra in your body as well. little bit of a dance. And then whenever you're ready, tuck your toe center and let's press back into downward facing dog. Still keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Pull those shoulders back, look back, loosen up your neck. And let's take that left knee towards your chest, bring it towards plank. Keep pressing as much as you can and then step out with that left leg to your right as far as you can to twisted half plank position. So keep those hips up, keep pressing towards that left palm, find the support, the balance, and keep breathing up. Slowly bring it back to the center, step back, let's take full Chaturanga Dandasana, upper facing dog, and then let's press into your child's pose, tuck yourself down. So if you find this quite intense on your back, feel free to do any modification that is easier for you. That allows you to breathe it out. Slowly roll yourself back up. Let's stand on your knees and let's take that right leg in front of you and press your hips forward. Make sure that your knee doesn't go over your right big toe and open up your hips. Breathe this through. Use the distribution evenly of your weight. Inhale, let's reach those palms up. Exhale, take those hands to the front and press your hips back into half split pose in a kneeling position. So it's really important to keep that stomach on the top of your right thigh and just bend your knee as much as you need to. And we're going to match the breath to the movement. So press back your hips, let go of your neck, and inhale, bring yourself back into kneeling lunge. So press back, flex your toe, and exhale, bring it back. Find your pace, don't rush it through. Make sure you stabilize and everything is nicely controlled. A few more times. Inhale, reach. Let's stay here for a minute. And then exhale, bring your hands back and straighten up both of your legs. Keep those hips up, right into pyramid pose. So open up your left heel slightly to your left and work on taking that chest on the top of that right thigh. Slowly transfer yourself to the front into high width forward fold. So really lay down that top of the head as close to your mat as possible. Bring your shoulders back away from the mat as much as you can. And if you want to get a little bit more intense stretch, you can just reach as far as you can with your hands. And let your chest completely melt down into forward fold. Slowly bring it back. Take your heels slightly closer together. We're going to go into goddess. So keep those elbows on the outside of your knees. Pressed on the outside of your knees, aiming outwards. Your toes are going out. And then bring your palms back to the center. Back to forward fold. Breathe it through, press your shoulders back away from the ears. And with the next exhale, slowly make your way back to your left. Straight into pyramid pose on the other side. So straighten up your left leg. Keep that rotation in that right heel to your right. Pull your shoulders back. Breathe through this. Bend your right knee, your left knee, and let's come back on the kneeling lunge on the other side. So press your hips forward as much as you can. And again, just make sure your left knee is not going over your left big toe. And then slowly bring your palms down. And let's push the hips back to your half split pose. Pull your shoulders back. Keep that chest on the top of your left thigh. Relax your neck. And try to square your hips as much as you can. So bring that left hip slightly backwards if they're not squared. Slowly inhale, bring it back to your lunge. And then press back into your half split pose. So really use the stretches into making most of the sensation from the back of your legs, your thighs and your hips. To open them up a bit more, warm them up. Inhale, reach, and exhale, press. Match your breath to the movement. Try to concentrate. Slowly rise up, back to your pyramid pose. Straighten up both of your legs. And then slowly rotate to your left. We're going to go into our shoelace position. So keep your thighs together and then bend both of the knees and sit back down. So your thighs, your knees are crossed over each other. And you sit back down on your backbones and work on your hip flexors to be a little bit more open. And work on that posture, trying to rise above the head. Straighten up your back. Breathe into your abdominals, into your hip flexors. This can be already quite intense, so feel free to stay in a kind of like a halfway in this kind of a position. So slowly transfer yourself back into pyramid pose, and we're going to rotate back to forward fold, and we're going to go into our twists. So let's grab that right hand on your left ankle, rotate, travel back. Left hand to your right ankle, rotate back. Keep rising up, twist through the spine, look up. Slowly bring it back to the center. Inhale. And then exhale, rotate yourself back to pyramid pose on your right leg. So loosen up your neck as much as you can. And we're going to go into shoelace on the other side. So keep those thighs together. Feel free to step a little bit closer with both of your feet. And then sit down. So your thighs are crossed. Your right knee goes over, and we're trying to bring that right knee as close to the mat as possible. So this may not be quite possible for you, so really find the balance where you're not going over any pain or any stress, anything that makes you hate yoga. So really find the peace and the calmness within you. Slowly press yourself back, raise those legs up, straighten them up, and travel back to the front towards that right leg. Bend your right knee, step back into plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, upper facing dog, relax your feet. Exhale, press into your downward facing dog. Catch up with your breath, breathe through this. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale, really visualize soaking those heels slightly closer to the mat. And we're going to bring it into our bear pose. So almost as if you're in a cat-cow position, but just hover your knees 1 inch above the mat and then press back into downward facing dog. So inhale and exhale. Really press away from the mat. Make sure you protect your lower back. Engage your core. Inhale. And exhale, hover it up. Slowly, let's take a seat, cross your feet, and let's take it down on the mat. Open up your legs, nice and wide, straighten them up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, side stretch to your right. So if this is already quite a lot for you, you can always stay in the center. Focus on your posture whilst opening up your legs, trying to get those knees down on the mat. Make sure that your toes are rotating outside, and whenever you're ready, and if you can, let's go on the other side. Just make sure you're not kind of hiding in your chest, in your armpit. Keep that chest nice and wide open. Reach towards that big toe. And then slowly bring yourself back to the center and reach to the front. Bring yourself back on your elbows. Or you can stay in a seated position, nice and straight, and really work on opening up those hips, taking your feet out. Press your palms against the mat, protect your lower back, and breathe through this. Slowly bring yourself back. Take your legs together. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, let's go into our earth greeting. So as far as you can, take your arms to your right, rotate your torso, make sure your bum is completely placed on the mat. Keep your knees together and rotate through the whole torso. Inhale, reach. Let's go on the other side. Twist as far as you can to your left. And look down, relax your neck. Hips are squared. Relax your ankles. Breathe through this. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your legs. And we're going to go into deer position. So drop both of your legs to both of your knees to your right. Rotate your hips to your right. Support yourself from the back with your palms. And then slowly bring it on the other side. Breathe through this. Release any leftover tension that you might find in your body. Bring it back to the center. Straighten up your legs. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, bring yourself down into your final Shavasana. Keep your palms heading towards the ceiling. Heels are touching. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. And really let that lower back to be absorbed into the mat. Imagine that it's the heaviest thing in your whole body. Allow yourself to stay in the moment, stay in the presence. Welcome your thoughts. Don't analyze them. Just observe them. Welcome the peace, serenity. Try not to think of the next step after this. Just allow yourself to stay here, focused. Filling up the lungs, leaving that rib cage expand to the sides. Let go of your knees, your ankles. Let your eyes fall heavily into your head. I do highly recommend you to stay in your Shavasana as much as you can, but if you're in a rush, let's take that deep stretch and then just take your body to the right side into fetus position. Take your knees towards your chest. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. Find that gratitude within this class, and then slowly press yourself back into your cross-legged seated position. Feel free to bring your palms into your lap. Relax your face muscles. Give yourself an inner smile. And then slowly let's take those arms above the head and straight down to your heart to thank yourself for this beautiful practice. Focus and dedication to come back to your mat, or even giving it a try. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take them down to your third eye, down to your lips, and bow down to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll be very excited to see you next time. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.